Owls took care of business in Week 6 as they won over UConn, bringing the record of 4-2 and 2-0 in conference. The offense, again, not really needed in this one, as Temple's special teams and defense continue to shine. Elias Collins had a kick return touchdown, and Temple added in a defensive touchdown via the interception as well. Another great game carried by the defense and special teams, and Forrest Brock didn't have to do too much, only throwing for 105 yards and 1 score. We will see if Temple can continue their winning streak here in the conference play in Week 8. Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Temple Owls Dynasty. We're here in Week 7. We've got a bye week this week. We're going to take care of recruiting and anything else that needs to be done, and then move ahead to Week 8 where we will have a game. First, let's start off with recruiting though. And big news in the recruiting space. Max Dugan, 4-star recruit and gem, has verbally committed to Temple. This is what we've been waiting for, honestly, since Week 1 when we had Max Dugan on our board. And this is going to be huge for us moving forward. Looking at left outside linebacker, we actually only have 2, and they're both freshmen, both fairly low rated, so it's possible Dugan just slots in right away. We do have a couple guys that are right outside linebackers, and I think that's what we have start. We have Santiago, I believe, starting, but it's possible Dugan, with Woodbury Senior graduating, it's possible Dugan does get to slot in as a freshman and start. We'll have to see how he fits in. But with him taken care of, we now have 110 hours left to assign to people. So let's take a look through the board and see where we need to place some hours. Devion Peele still looking good. We are just in the top 5 and very far ahead there, so we'll hold off on that. However, Konaguchi is getting very close to committing. He is looking at Rutgers. We do have a Week 8 visit for Konaguchi, so hopefully that will help us get there. But I think at the same time, I would really like to get him. He's a 3-star cornerback, and he's got the gem. So why don't we remove family and friends? Let's just send the house. I think it makes sense. We're getting towards the end here. It's possible even next week he makes a decision. The only thing that I see here that's nice is that Rutgers doesn't have a visit till Week 13. He's certainly deciding before then. We have another battle here with Rutgers as well. Anthony Boyette. I think this one we're probably just not going to have a shot at, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to take the hours out and assign them elsewhere. Since he was a tackle that we just took off the board, I'm going to go ahead and put 10 more points into Gerald Robbins. Can't quite schedule a visit yet, so let's just do that 10 hours. We're right now really just in a battle with Pittsburgh, and it seems like maybe the Nittany Lions will make it into the top 3 as well. But we're definitely a shoo-in to make it into the next round. And unfortunately, it looks like the schedule of visits bugged out. I know there is a bug for that, and we may miss out on him because of that. Kind of unfortunate. We did drop to 3rd. I don't remember if we were in 3rd or not, but we were in 3rd for Bradley Chris, and it seems like there's really only 3 teams in the running. Rutgers yet again, and Western Kentucky. I think with Chris, though, we're going to go ahead and put the 50 hours into him. It is a lot. It does take up, a big chunk of our hours, but I think he's a recruit we really want to get a good quarterback in when we don't have a strong quarterback for the future. And he's got 88 throw power and 83 deep accuracy. I think those 2 alone are just very solid, and that's something I want. We did want to finish scouting Miles Burdick as well. We didn't get to that last time, so let's go ahead, finish scouting. Unfortunately, going to spend a lot of time here, and he is a bust. But he's got okay stats. I mean, I think 87 acceleration is nice to see, but the coverages are pretty bad, and he's a pass coverage linebacker, so we may hold off putting more hours into him. I'm going to scout Tony Fritz here as well, and we can fully scout him. I think his stats look good. 80 pass block finesse is pretty good for a tackle, and then 80 strength as well. It seems like he's got a good mix of finesse and strength here, so I do like him. I'm going to go ahead and offer a scholarship, and we'll put the last 10 hours we have here. I'm also going to remove 10 hours from Larry Wicks here. We're not even in the top 10. I don't think there's a reason to give him 10 hours. We added these guys to the board, but, not really that interested in getting them anyway. I want to make sure we don't lose sight of kickers. We do have 10 hours in Nick Feeney right now, and we are going to make it to the top 5 for sure, but I want to make sure we have someone else on the board, and really Feeney's the one we want the most, but I think we'll go ahead and put some 66 kick power is just not good enough. I think Tyler Scioli is probably the best next bet. So we'll just go ahead and put the 10 hours into him and see what happens. I just want to keep him available if we need him. But that's going to do it for recruiting. Really, Konaguch is the next guy on the list that we want to see become a Temple Owl. We have, I think, one other. Well, we took him off the boards. I think that's the only other guy in the top 3. So it'll be interesting to see that moving forward. And we will actually be able to see that quickly because we're on a bye. So we've advanced the week, and unfortunately, Konaguch has become a signing for Rutgers. Not a lot we could do about that one. They were just ahead. We put in all the points we could, and they went for Rutgers. So it hurts a little bit, but it is what it is. We did move into first for Bradley Chris, and he's already halfway to the top 3, so that's interesting. Hopefully we can get him. Actually, he isn't. No, he's not in the top 3. I'm sorry. He's in the top 5. So yeah, halfway to the top 3. Hopefully we can get there. We have Gerald Robbins as well. We should pretty easily get to the top 3, and we'll look back at recruiting as well. In addition to recruiting, before we get there, we have our week 8 game versus Tulsa. They're 5-1 and undefeated in conference in the American Conference. And before we get into recruiting, let's take a look at the standings. So here is the conference standings. I don't know why when I sort it puts 2-1 teams ahead of the 2-0 teams. That makes no sense. So I'm just sorting by overall record. A lot of 2-0 teams. Really, we're not far enough into it to even care that much about the rankings. But there's some good teams here in the American Conference, at least record-wise. Florida Atlantic, Memphis, Tulane, and Tulsa, who we are playing, all 5-1. So, and we do play Tulane and Florida Atlantic, who are in the 80 overalls. Tulsa's a little bit lower. And then we also play North Texas, who's 80 overall, and UTSA, who's 83 overall. So we have some tough games, although UTSA is struggling this season. We're sitting at 4-2 and 2-0 in conference. We're feeling pretty good, but we've got some tough games ahead of us. All right, so back to recruiting. We very unfortunately lost out on Konaguch. We lost out on Matt DeGear as well, so our cornerback prospects are looking a little bit slim pickings. We have Kevin Allen left, and that's it. And we do have 2 senior cornerbacks. We have Benasuke and Richardson, who are pretty solid cornerbacks for us. Richardson is one of our best ones. Him and Jamel Johnson and Lewis, those 2 are coming back, which is good, but we will have to replace some of them. So I hope we do get Kevin Allen. We're going to continue to put points into him. In fact, we have 125 now to spend, so why don't we put 5 more just for now? And can't quite schedule a visit, but we may want to add some cornerbacks to the board if there are any available. All right, so I cleaned up our board slightly. I took off a few guys who had no interest in us at all, and guys we really weren't putting any points into. And I added a few guys down here. We do probably want to scout them, and it's going to be tough, especially like Ornstein here, top 5, although he's very interested in Navy, so he'll probably end up going there. But we do have some cornerbacks added. We added a couple wide receivers as well. Added a power rusher in Matt Hendershot. So it's a couple guys we could look at. Jeremiah Volk is a deep threat, so I think we'll scout him. 96 speed. Wow, I'm interested in him. Okay route running, but really it's just the 96 speed makes me interested. We'll go ahead and offer a scholarship. Go ahead and just put 25 hours in. I know it's a lot, but I'm interested. We're going to scout Alan Matlock here as well, a slot corner. And, you know, looking at this, we're going to actually use so many hours, unfortunately. He's got average speed. 83 is pretty slow. His man coverage 66. I'm not really that interested, unfortunately. And we're going to use the last 10 hours and start Brett Westbrook here. You use so many hours scouting, and I feel like sometimes with the 2-star guys, it's worth it. But I think the 3-star guys, maybe you just do like 1 or 2 clicks and that's worth it just to see like their ranges, because otherwise you just spend so many hours. But I think we've got a good board here, and overall I believe we're not really in jeopardy of losing anyone right now. Looking through it, Gerald Robbins, I kind of think Pittsburgh may get it here. So what we might do, take some points out of someone down here. I think we're going to take the points out of Daniel Manziel. He's really not that interested in us. So let's go ahead and do that. That puts us at 45. So I'd like to take the 5 out of Artie Adams as well. We're in pretty good shape with him, although we are now in second. Virginia Tech did move ahead. But as far as running backs go, I think we're actually pretty solid. We have Joquez Smith as a sophomore. And then Washington, I believe, is a junior, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got some guys that are coming back. If we didn't get R.D. Smith, I wouldn't be too upset. He's a 2-star back. And we are going to make the top 3 almost certainly. So with that being said, we'll leave the 10 hours in. We'll go down to Robbins and go ahead and drop 50, send the house for him. And hopefully can beat out Pittsburgh. It's going to be tough, though. They have a decent lead, so we'll try. But that's going to finally do it for scouting. Let's take a look at the Tulsa team before we get into the game. Tulsa is led by 2-star playmakers, really capping out the top of their overalls. Anthony Watkins, the running back, he's 85 overall and a power back, but 88 speed is not too bad. And then they also have Camden Benjamin, the 86 overall wide receiver. 2 guys to look out for on offense. Their quarterback is Cardell Williams. He's a scrambler and he's got some good speed. Someone we'll have to keep in mind. And then on defense, they have 2 ends, Owen Ostrowski and Miles Jackson. That may cause trouble for us. We've had a little bit trouble blocking at times up front, so hopefully the Owls line can hold them off. Oh, and one more thing before we get into the game. I am turning off roughing the kicker and running into the kicker. It happens so much on punts, and I just think it just happens too much. So I'm turning it off for now. Maybe if they patch it for the punts, I know they did for field goals, but it still happens a lot for punts. So I don't think it's really going to take anything away from the realism or the simulation if we turn them off. So let's do that. But it's time for your Temple Owls to take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Let's get into it. And here come your Owls in a packed stadium here in Pennsylvania at Lincoln Financial Field. The 4-2 Owls are taking on the 5-1 Golden Hurricane. One of these teams will no longer be undefeated in conference after this game. Temple returning the kick, and we're underway here in Pennsylvania. Collins had the big return for touchdown. He'll be returning here. And he's had a lane, but taken down. Here comes Forrest Brock, just a 54% completion percentage, hoping to raise that up today. And Temple coming out in the gun to start the game. They actually have a full field to go. That's surprising. As Forrest Brock drops back and slings it to, oh my goodness, what a hit. Joquez Smith caught that one on the screen. No blocking, and he was absolutely crushed. So 2nd and 10 now for the Owls. Play fake. And sent over, that's right. Dante Wright's got a lane. 1st down, and he got 30 yards. Nice start for Forrest Brock, a good touch pass. And Dante Wright finally getting something going on offense. Now it's Smith, cuts back inside, just 2. It'll be interesting to see if they can get Dante Wright going here this season. He's really got nothing, so they're hoping to do that for sure. Just get the ball into the playmaker's hands. 2nd and 8 now, they've got a blitz. Brock gets it off, and it's incomplete. Not a good throw. So 3rd and 8 now. Tulsa drops off, and they've got Wright again. 1st down. Nice play. So able to connect with Dante Wright twice early in the game. And 1st and 10 for the Owls. Man coming across. They'll fake it to him and hand it up the middle. Joquez Smith breaks one and gets 6 yards. Smith had a tough time last game, just 10 for 38. We'll see if he can do a little bit better here today, as it's 2nd and 4. It's time out to Joquez Smith, and he did not hang on. A hard hit. It'll bring up 3rd. So 3rd and 4 here for the Owls. And Forrest Brock can't get it off. He's had trouble with that this season. He had an open receiver in the middle of the field and could not get it there. So a 45-yard field goal attempt here for Trujillo. And that is up and right down the middle. 3-0 Temple. So the first drive for the Owls ends in a kick. It's 3-0, and here comes the Golden Hurricane for the first time on offense. First play handed off, and he's got running room. Brings it up and gains 11. Anthony Watkins, 9 touchdowns already this season. Just under 500 yards. He's going to be a tough running back to handle here in this game as he gets the ball again and cuts, and just 2 yards. Camden Benjamin, you see him out there on the outside as well, will be a tough receiver to cover. This time they throw it quickly and it's broken up. So 3rd and 8 here for Tulsa. Ray Thomas hits him hard, swam the tackle and brings him down for a sack. And Trey Thomas is turning into a superstar here. So here comes the Owls again coming up. Forrest Brock trying to lead them on another scoring drive. This time thrown to Smith. He spins one. Nice move and breaks to the outside. He's got some space and first down. That was actually a rush. They threw it behind the line. So nice play by the dynamic Joquez Smith, and they will have a first down. Back to Smith again. Trying to break to the outside. Can't get the edge and gets 2 yards. So Temple trying to get the ball in their playmakers' hands early. Joquez Smith and Dante Wright have touched the ball quite a few times already. Now it's 2nd and 8. And wow, crushed. He did not bite on the fake at all. And it's 3rd and 14 now for the Owls. Forrest Brock has been hit a lot so far this season. And now it's 3rd and long. Back to pass. Going deep to Wright, and it's broken up. Didn't have a chance. Temple will be forced to punt. So Temple forced to punt, and here comes Tulsa again. As they'll run it up the middle for another 10 yards. Nice run there, and they'll have another first down. Running game is strong early for Tulsa. This time they hand it to him again and gets 4. Also may get a playoff here. We'll see. And they decide to let the clock run down. That's the end of the first quarter for us here in Pennsylvania. There's 3 points in the first quarter, but Tulsa driving here. Hand off to the back. And he's going nowhere. Just a yard for Watkins this time. So 3rd and 5 for Tulsa. Back to pass. He's got time. Slings it to the outside and beats one. And he's down after about 15 yards on the reception. Nice play there. 22 yards, actually. Now they're hurrying back to the line after the first down. Tulsa driving there across the midfield. Chance to go up here in the second quarter as they'll hand it off to Watkins again. He'll fall forward for 5 yards. 2nd and 5. This time the quick pass, and he falls down and does not make the tackle. Eric Stewart has to make a diving recovery play, and they will get another first down. So Tulsa now inside the red zone. The handoff, Watkins. Just 2 yards up to the 10. So this Temple defense trying to make a big stop here to just hold them to 3. And speeding to the outside is Watkins with just another 2. So now it's 3rd and 6. You can get a first down before you score. They're going to try and run it forward, and he actually tried to make a throw, but nothing there. Cameron Stewart hit him hard. So now Tulsa trying to tie up the ball game here. Nice short field goal. Kick is up, and wow, that was closer than it needed to be, but it's tied 3-3. So here comes Temple. The game is now tied at 3. We'll see if they can score here in the second quarter. Oh dear. Oh, what a terrible decision by Forrest Brock. Yikes. I don't know what he's thinking there. So looking at it, he actually does have him beat here if he can make a good throw. The safety's far enough away, but he's just off balance and under pressure. It gets hit, and the ball just floats in the air, and he can't be making those throws. So huge mistake by Forrest Brock. The Golden Hurricane will take over, and now they're in great field position. As Watkins continues to get the big load here. 8 for 40 today. And as good as Temple's defense has been, this is a tough ask for them. As he hurdles over a defender and gets the first down. Watkins has been a good runner all year long, and he's continuing that here today. Over 50 yards already in the first half. This one offline, and it's 2nd and 10. We'll see if Temple can stop them again here inside the red zone. As this time Watkins goes nowhere. Good stop. Just another tough play here for Tulsa. 3rd and 10 inside the red zone. Clock is ticking near the 2-minute warning. They will snap it. And they are incomplete. Even if that was completed, that's going to be very short of the marker. Now they'll need to kick. So Tulsa here to kick. We will have the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts for Temple. So they will have a chance to drive down the field as the kick is up and good as Tulsa takes the lead. Tulsa can't really capitalize too much on the interception. They do get 3, however, and take the lead. And we will see if Temple can drive down and score. Brock trying to come off the interception. Gets a block. Joquez Smith, nice running. Gets the first down. Got to keep the confidence up for Forrest Brock. He threw the big pick, but that doesn't mean he needs to just not throw the ball. As he slings it to the side, Clark tries to break a tackle, gets 6. A 2nd and 4. The clock is ticking. Slings it over the middle. This time it's Adams. Nice catch and the first down. That's the junior Adams on the catch. He's been having a pretty solid season. Brock back to pass again. This time throws it to Joquez Smith, who spins one. And a first down. Nice play there. Clock is still moving, but they've got plenty of time. Brock hands it off to Smith, and he's absolutely crushed to the ground. So 2nd and 13 now. Clock is ticking under a minute almost. And throws it up. That's right, and he makes the catch. Nice throw by Forrest Brock. He's having a much better drive. Dante Wright is coming alive. So now inside the 10, a minute left in this half. And Forrest Brock and the Owls are cruising. Throw back to Dante Wright. Not much there, though. Just 2 yards on that one, but Dante Wright really having a nice game. See if the Owls can punch it in here. And that one was not a good throw. Could have been intercepted. Instead, it's knocked down and it's 3rd and goal. So Forrest Brock, he needs to be careful here. He can't be making big mistakes in the red zone. It's 3rd and goal. Over the middle. Caught. Touchdown. Temple. And that's Adams on the catch. And a nice drive by Forrest Brock. Nice 9-play, 75-yard drive for Temple. Trujillo will kick it off, and this one is down. Nice job there by Forrest Brock and the Owls, driving it down the field. They take the lead, and now 33 seconds to go. They do have 3 timeouts. As the screen pass does not work. Latrell Jean in on the pressure there. And now 30 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Slings it over the middle, gets about 8. They will burn a timeout. I mean, if you're Tulsa, you keep getting first downs and you got 2 timeouts, you have a chance to get down the field and at least kick a field goal. We'll see what they do here. This is another screen that does not work, and it's 4th and 2, and now they're forced to kick. And Temple has 3 timeouts. Punt is a good one, but Wright's going to have plenty of space to take this one back. And he breaks almost to the outside. Nice tackle there. That'll give Temple a chance. But here we go. 15 seconds to go. Throws it over the middle. Ooh, that could have been picked if the cornerback didn't get a hand on it. Got to be careful. You can't throw an interception here. Now 2nd and 10. 11 seconds to go. Dropping back. It's a screen. Caught, but no blocking whatsoever. I'll call it timeout, but now you're not left with a lot of time. 6 seconds left here in the game. Well, in the half. Throw goes to Baines. It is caught, and they are able to call a timeout. Nice play there to get it into Baines. Now they have a shot at a 57-yard field goal. So this is a tough one. The wind is blowing to the right. Let's see if Trujillo has the leg for it. Kick is up. And that's dying. It is actually caught in the end zone, and he's going to take it back. Diving, trips him up, and what a play there. He might have taken that back, but that's going to end the half. Trujillo didn't have the leg, and it's 10-6 Temple at half. So Temple actually getting some passing yards this half. That's nice to see. It's more than Forrest Brock had all of last game, but not a lot of running production here. And after the missed kick, Trujillo will kick off, and Tulsa will take the ball to start the second half. kneel it down. So here comes the Golden Hurricane, yet to score a touchdown, but they've got a chance to take the lead here in the third quarter. Handoff, good cut inside 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Nice shed of the tackle, and he loses to Jalen Richards this time. So a 3rd and 7. Temple Owls trying to stop them for 3 and out. Plenty of time to throw. He's got forever to throw. And now scrambling, and he's got forever to run. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there, but Cardell Williams scrambles ahead for the first down. Nice protection that time. So 1st and 10. And they'll hand it right back off, and he'll get 3 yards, 2 yards. Watkins really being handed the keys to this offense so far. 16 carries already. As this one is connected. And that's a first down. That's Camden something? I don't remember. He hasn't really made too many catches this game. As they'll hand it back to Watkins, but this time a loss of 1 yard. The Temple defense is kind of selling out for the run a little bit here. It might be interesting to see if Tulsa ends up going more with a passing offense as Watkins rumbles ahead for another 12-yard gain and a first down. So 15 for 70. It's not like his average is ridiculous. He's just getting the ball a lot. As this time it is caught. Nice catch. Braylon Presley gets the first down. So Tulsa driving back in the red zone. And a chance to score and take the lead. Passing. Got time back at the end zone. Diving play broken up. What a nice play. And that's the middle linebacker, Eric Stewart. He already got his 2nd deflection and he's got a TFL. Great game for him today. So it's 2nd and 10. They're going to go back to the ground and going nowhere. Brought down. Nice job by the Temple D. You know, we talked about getting to know these players a little bit more. I feel like I haven't, besides Woodbury, I feel like I haven't been getting to know the linebackers, but nice play by Stewart here as they are on the screen. And Watkins cuts, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tulsa. What a nice play. And that's just getting the ball into the hands of your playmaker. So Tulsa gets their first touchdown of the game, and it was a nice 11-play, almost 5-minute drive. And we'll see if Temple can answer. 1st and 10. Brock to Smith. Joquez Smith can't get any running room today. Just 6 for 22. So now it's 2nd and 9. Temple needs to get the lead back here on this drive. Joquez Smith has got running room this time. Breaks free and he fumbled the ball. It is out and Tulsa has recovered. Yikes, that is not what you need. So Joquez Smith, his game goes from bad to worse as he loses the ball. Tulsa takes over with a short field. Trey Thomas almost had him there, and Anthony Watkins gets 3. Anthony Watkins has been a great game, and just his usage, he's got almost 20 touches. As they go right back to him this time, blocked well, and he'll get the first down. Especially with the lead now, if the running game stays strong, Tulsa's going to have an easy time running this clock out. As we tick under 20 seconds in the third. This one is picked off. It's Richardson. He's going the other way. And it's the Temple Owls defense. It's unbelievable. Torrey Richardson, 73-yard pick 6. Well, I would say I can't believe it, but it's happened almost every single game. I think pretty much every game. Maybe not the Virginia Tech game, but outside of that, it's just the defense scoring points. And now Tulsa's got to answer, as they will run it and end the third quarter. So they've got 7 minutes left. It is still a very close game. Torrey Richardson and this Temple Owls defense, though, it's just incredible as they connect on the RPO and a nice open play, and they will get the first down. So now 1st and 10. Tulsa slings it to the outside. It's caught, but Stewart is there. Another TFL. He's having a heck of a game. This Temple Owls D is remaining strong. 2nd and 12 over the middle. This one's caught, hit hard, and brought down. Guess who? That's Eric Stewart again. Now 3rd and 8. There's enough time that you probably punt if you don't get it here, but you're going to run out of time quickly. It's a screen. And they've got the first down. Latrell Jean, he did read it, but didn't have the speed to get out there. Nice play call. So now Tulsa 1st and 10 nearing midfield. Got a man in motion. They will fake it and they'll give it up to the running back yet again. Watkins' 20th carry of the game. 2nd and 6. Slings it, caught, and that's a first down for Tulsa. First catch of the game for Wright. Clock ticking under 4 minutes. Now if you're Tulsa, you want to score with as little time as possible left on the clock. Back to pass. Slings it again over the middle. First down, that's the tight end. So now Tulsa in the red zone. Good drive here from them. Man in motion. Time on the ground, and Watkins doesn't get much, just 2 yards. Where's the wear and tear on this guy? I'm not seeing much. Now we're ticking on under of almost 2.5. This time QB hangs on to the ball and gets a couple, but it's 3rd and 5. So we're gonna come up to the 2-minute warning here. Tulsa's driving. They've got a chance to take the lead here. A field goal does no good for you. They need to score a touchdown. We'll see what they do. They're back to pass. Over the middle. He's got it. And he's in for the touchdown. Tulsa takes the lead again. Jeremiah Ballard on the catch and score. The Temple defense can't make another miracle happen. And Tulsa takes a 3-point lead. 11-play, 83-yard, another 5-minute drive. So here's the kick, and Irvin will get a chance to take it back. As he breaks to the outside, nice return to the 22. So now here comes Temple, just under 2 minutes. They've got the 2-minute drill with Forrest Brock. The defense, they did give up a score finally, and now Temple's got to come down and score themselves as Adams hit hard, 6 yards. Brock's had an okay game, but he's got to show he can lead a drive. A game-winning drive. As he runs to the outside. Throws it. That's right. A nice play by Forrest Brock. He's not too good at those out-of-the-pocket plays, but he made it work there. So now Temple moving down the field. As he's pressured to the outside, Brock's going to have to throw this one away. Does a good job not taking the sack, however. 2nd and 10. Got plenty of time. You got 3 timeouts left, and obviously you get the clock stoppage with the first down. This time out of the gun, they're going to hand it to Joquez Smith. He's going to get 6, so it's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Owls. They will get 2 chances at this, of course. And it's over the middle. That's Adams. First down and more as he gets to the outside. He's going to stay in bounds, but get the first down, and they're up to the 37. 1st and 10. Now under a minute. This one handed off. Joquez Smith. He did fumble earlier, but they're trusting him as the clock is ticking under a minute. There's 47 seconds left. 2nd and 2. Changing the play at the line. We're going to go back to Smith. Oh, this is Wilson this time as he cuts inside. First down and more. And timeout Temple. They want to take their time here. Obviously, you can kick, but you want to put the ball in the end zone if you can. That was E.J. Wilson that checked in. And he had another nice 12-yard gain. Well, it was his first of the game, but he's just been good this season in his limited attempts. So here's Temple again. This one's over the middle. Caught, not the best throw. It's Baines this time. As the clock is ticking. Under 25 seconds. Over the middle. It's caught. It's Adams, and he's to the 1-yard line. Wow, a nice grab by Adams. He's having a great drive. 5 for 48 today. So here comes Temple. They've got to get 1 yard. 19 seconds left. Brock. Joquez Smith. Taken down. And now there's just 15 seconds left. 12, 11, clock is ticking. They're not using their timeout. Changing the play at the line. They got to get it going. They got to get it off. 4 seconds. 3, 2, Touchdown, Joquez Smith. That was risky, and the Owls have won this ball game. Wow, what a gutsy decision by Forrest Brock. The clock is ticking, and he calls the run, puts it in his playmaker's hands. As the kick is up and good, it is now a 4-point game, and the Temple Owls may just have done it. As Trujillo's going to kick here with 2 seconds left. Skies it in the air. And that is going to do it. Your Temple Owls have won it. 24-20. What a game. This was one of the most fun games I've played in this series so far. It was back and forth all day, multiple lead changes, and the offense had a chance to really show that they're capable of winning these type of games. Torrey Richardson is the player of the game. He did have the touchdown, but I think Forrest Brock showed that he's capable of leading this offense. You know, he's not going to be a guy that throws for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, but that's just not the kind of team Temple is. And I think Forrest Brock has shown that he can lead this team to victories. Obviously here with the fourth quarter comeback, Temple remains undefeated in conference and takes Tulsa down. So we definitely ran less plays than Tulsa, but it wasn't as egregious this time as last game. Possession time, I mean, we had half. It's just, for some reason, that seems to happen. I guess when you score all these defensive touchdowns, that'll happen. So Forrest Brock, I mean, he had the one pretty awful interception, but outside of that, I think he had a great game. 16 for 25, his completion percentage up to 64. It's a lot more where you want it than what it's been previously, and 192 yards today. And not even looking at the stats, he just played well. He had the fourth quarter comeback, and I was really happy with what he did. Running the ball, we really do want to see more of EJ Wilson. He had the 1 carry for 12 yards. The issue is we just don't have tons of drives where Joquez Smith is being fed the ball and needs to be taken out. He had another solid game, but he did have the 1 fumble. But, you know, 4.6 yards per carry, you can't be mad about that. And then on the receiving side, John Adams, I really like to see him coming alive here. 5 catches, 48 yards, and the touchdown. And then we had Dante Wright. I guess you could call this his breakout game. 5 for 83, pretty solid there. And then on defense, Eric Stewart. We were calling his name left and right. 12 tackles, the 2 TFLs. I think he had 2 deflections as well. Yeah, 2 pass deflections. Huge game for Eric Stewart. Jamel Johnson had 8 tackles, and then Torrey Richardson, we talked about him, the senior, had his pick 6. Huge momentum shifter there. That's going to do it for this week. This game was so much fun to play. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And Temple, 3-0 in conference, 5-2 overall. So a nice win for Temple in week 8. Looking ahead, heading back on the road for a game at East Carolina. That one shouldn't be too tough for Temple, but then we go into a 4-game streak here where we go away, home. But it's versus tough opponents. I mean, Tulane is tough. Florida Atlantic, they're 5-1, and they're a pretty solid team. And then UTSA and North Texas, slow starts to the season, but they're decent overall teams. So it's going to be interesting. I think there's a good chance Temple can go into that at 6-2. And I think 6 wins is usually what you need for a bowl game. So Temple looking at 5-2, very good to make a bowl game. But conference play will be interesting with 4 tough conference opponents at the end of the season. Guys, that's going to do it for week 8, and that's going to do it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun. That game was really fun to play. If you have any advice for the franchise moving forward or anything you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. If you haven't yet liked the video, please drop a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do for more Temple Owls football. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.